guess eventually I'll start to trust it, but not yet. Not quite yet. Let's see. Sometimes my head vents get closed and I don't exactly know how or why, but they are open, so it's funny what the sun does to stuff. You don't really realize just how much it takes, what UV damage does to stuff. Not just, the finish, but makes plastics more brittle, makes rubber dry, makes leather change colors from black to brown, which I prefer brown, but nice little brake. Even with everything that we came with. Took a few pictures. Hey Cal. Yeah, my earplugs, they hadn't sealed very well, so took them out, put them back in. Apparently if you put them too far in, it's just as bad as if they aren't in far enough. So I keep forgetting that, and they work their way loose, or just don't seal well. But I could tell something was up because the music was a whole lot louder than usual, and the bike was too. So put the visor down, the tinted visor. I mean, it's nice, but I don't really like to do technical riding with it down. It throws me off sort of somehow. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I mean, probably I'd get used to it if I did, but I just tend to use it when I'm, straight stretches and stuff. Well, at least there's stuff growing this year. Last year was really dry. Even though we got rain, it seemed like all the time, it was still dry. So it looks like the crops are doing pretty good this year, so that's good. I'm not talking a lot right now. Nobody, of course, maybe you're not sorry, but I just like to concentrate on this stretch of road is all. Be mindful, So I think we can make a good topic of conversation, It's kind of what riding's all about. Staying in the moment, being mindful, thinking about what's going to come up after this blind hill, I'm going to have to get on the brakes. Is there going to be a car wreck down there? Is there going to be a snake way across the road? Is there going to be somebody coming over the hill halfway in my lane? I try to, not catastrophize. It's hard for me not to, because that's just what I do. It's what I've always done. Whatever the worst that can happen usually does happen. That type of thinking. But just because the worst could happen doesn't mean it's always going to happen. And I'm probably tempting fate saying that, coming up over a blind hill. But you know what I mean. It's something that I need to work on personally. Not assuming the worst. Not, taking bad experiences from the past and making everything about that. Because I had good experiences in the past too. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I've lost people. I've lost pets. I've lost a lot. But I'm still here. Still alive. Still married. So the worst that can happen doesn't always happen. It doesn't need to be that way. My bike soon. It is nasty dirty. What's that? Is that a groundhog or? Nice garage to be out in the middle of nowhere. Well, it does have a hole in the roof on one side, but still, point remains. Random, really nice brick garage. Anybody else ever get range anxiety? I mean, I can usually get about 80 miles out of a tank. I can usually get about 80 miles out of a tank. But that's, look at all the freaking squirrels and stuff out today, y'all. Daggone. I mean, I don't begrudge them being out. It's just, stay out of the road, fellas. And fellettes, I guess, I mean, I shouldn't assume their gender. something about an old unused barn that makes me sad. Of course, I guess most things make me sad, but you know what I mean. Are you kidding? Look at him go! I wonder if there's that one and the one down the road are friends. I doubt it. That's me, putting my own whatever, anthropomorphizing, but still, I always wonder stuff like that. They've got like a little network of tunnels and stuff, like little groundhog Viet Cong. I hope that wasn't racist just now. I didn't mean it that way. Maybe I should write a book, Abandoned Barns of Southwest Virginia. I tell you, it wouldn't take long to fill it up. I should have had breakfast before I rode, but I didn't. Oh, I wish I had some Pop-Tarts. With no icing. The tart and the filling itself would be way too much sugar just alone, not to mention the icing. But alas, I had to give up the good stuff. Smell popcorn just now for some reason. Does that mean I'm having a stroke? I know toast, which I can't make sense of either, but this is a blind hill. One, mostly to stay off that bridge there, right around where Dry Town is, that's a kidney buster. Oh, that wasn't so great either. watched the Yacht Rock documentary a few weeks ago, and now Sarah thinks it's okay for her to play Michael McDonald whenever she wants. I guess I should probably, it was actually a really interesting documentary. I guess I should probably give him a little more credit. But I mean, that dude was freaking ubiquitous there for a few years, and I've just never really cared for his voice. So I mean, when I saw 40-year-old virgin sort of making fun of him, it made me feel vindicated. But I mean, the dude, I guess credit where credit's due. He was. I just always preferred Christopher Cross if we're gonna go, down the Yacht Rock wormhole, rabbit hole. What's a wormhole? I guess in an apple? I don't know. Desert Rose, Your Lady Olay, or whatever. Another Sting song. I mean, I've never really necessarily had a problem with Sting. At least his music. Now, him as a person, he just seems kind of up his own ass, but his music is okay enough for what it is, I guess. I'm not a fan of The Police, though. I mean, Every Breath You Take is a good song, but the rest of it's just, ugh. I don't really like reggae or some sort of halfway done English version of it. I just never really, their sound was just never really my thing. $309 down here, dang. Does anybody else feel more comfortable going up hills than down hills? Is that just like a me thing? Oh my god, I kid you not, Desert Rose just came on the frickin' playlist. I'm not even joking. If I could stop and take a screenshot, I would. That's frickin' synchronicity, that's weird. That is so frickin' weird. Wow. Now, there ain't no way I'm going 16 miles an hour. No. Really? Sarah said that there was no rain in the forecast, but I don't know. It's insane just how much stuff is built up down here just to support the back of the Dragon stuff. Never would have thought it. God, Main Street smells so freaking good. I'm so freaking hungry. Hard for me to get used to there not being a traffic light right here. Buns are starting to get the prickly heats. What the fart? Oh, nutsacks. It's the rest of my buns. Oop. I don't see anything about right turn on red, but I'm not going to take a chance.